Good morning. There's 111 days until Christmas 2020. And this morning, I wanted to follow up on a topic that we kind of touched base at the end of yesterday. And it's kind of putting out there yesterday, but not getting a lot of traction on it. It's entertaining to me, and it's Friday. And to me, this is a nice topic to kind of end the week on. And it might tie into The Mandalorian. And it's simply that Jeff Goldblum wants to be in Star Wars. There's an interview that happened earlier this week, and Jeff Goldblum kind of put it out there. Mentioned that he had worked with Taika Waititi in the past, and enjoys being part of the Disney Plus family, and he would like to uh, be in Star Wars and maybe put all those pieces together. So there's some speculation out there that says maybe we'll see Jeff Goldblum in a future season, or maybe even this coming season of The Mandalorian. So, what do you think? And moreover, what role could you see Jeff Goldblum playing in Star Wars? So, good morning, R.C. Scott. Good morning, bright and early this morning. Thanks for coming by. So let me just bring up. I've got this ready this morning, and here's from MovieWeb, and this says, "Is Jeff Goldblum joining Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie?" So this is one take on it, and this is what came to mind when I heard this. Is Jeff Goldblum, his role that he had in Thor Ragnarok, of course, which was directed by Taika Waititi. And this is and so just for fun, because we're part of the Den of Nerds community, and Josh liked for a long time, he kept saying the Star Wars MCU, which confused all kinds of people. They're like, what do you mean Star Wars Marvel Cinematic Universe? Is there a Star Wars Marvel crossover coming? And it just caused all kinds of confusion. People weren't able to follow what he was trying to talk about. Fortunately, Josh has kind of changed his tune there, and he's talking more about it being Filoni, the Filoni-verse on Disney Plus, which is a far better term, Josh. So that's great. So, but following the Disney, the Marvel Star Wars crossover idea, could you see this guy from Thor Ragnarok being in Star Wars? That would be kind of crazy. Our Brundlefly. That is fantastic, R.C. Scott. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum. He's a different character. I remember him from The Fly, of course. That's one of his breakout roles. But we also had Jeff in another major role that he's known for, of course, is Jurassic Park. And he's very popular for the role that he played in that as well. And there's a line from, I think, the third movie where he says, "Oh yeah, there's the ooh and the ah, and then there's the yelling and the screaming and the running." Jeff Goldblum is fantastic. His comedic timing is great. Just his pacing, the way that he phrases things, very, very entertaining. But so here's Jeff Goldblum from, of course, Ragnarok, and they've kind of couched it in here with a bunch of Star Wars stuff. So could he be in a movie? In what role? What kind of character would he play? What role would he play? Might he be a crime boss kind of thing? That's what I think. I think most likely we'd see Jeff in a crime boss kind of role, and I think he'd be good at it. The other article you see here is from Cinema Blend. Both of them quote the same thing, so I'll show you the quote here. It says, "Could Jeff Goldblum be joining the Star Wars universe for The Mandalorian?" And so if we go down and read the quote in here, this is the quote that they keep referring to. It says, asked if he'd like to appear on the Disney Plus show. So Jeff Goldblum weighed in on The Mandalorian during a chat with the Insider, saying this when he asked if he'd like to appear on the Disney Plus show, meaning The Mandalorian. He says, I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan, of course, of Taika Waititi. I adore him. Always did before I even worked with him. Maybe we'll do something again together. We've talked about doing something else that has to be secret right now. So this is kind of the key right there. They're working on something that has to be secret. But I would do anything with him, sure. And Disney Plus are just a great bunch. So there's that. The third piece of evidence here that I wanted to bring up, and I don't know how many people know this, but on Disney Plus, the Jeff Goldblum series that's out there, The World According to Jeff Goldblum, has won Emmy nominations. So Disney Plus, might they join their Emmy-nominated series together? Go ahead and take Taika Waititi and The Mandalorian and Jeff Goldblum and put them all together. Harvey, oh, good morning. Let Jeff Goldblum do what he wants. I say he's terrific. I don't disagree. I think that'd be great. And why not Disney Plus? The World According to Jeff Goldblum. If you haven't seen that series, it's worth watching, and you get to see what a kook Jeff Goldblum really is. It's an interesting show, and there's a reason it has an Emmy nomination. It's a good show, but I can tell you, Mrs. Claus had about enough of Jeff Goldblum. You can only take him in small doses. So I don't know if you'd be able to binge the whole season in one sitting. Let's put it that way. But I think Jeff Goldblum would be great for Star Wars. I think he'd be great for The Mandalorian. He'd fit in perfectly as a crime boss. I really don't see him being, I guess he could be a smuggler or something like that, but I don't see him being an action hero or, like a Jedi. I suppose he could be some sort of sage Jedi master kind of thing, but I don't see him being an action star by any means. So that's my take on Jeff Goldblum, and I think it would be fun. I thought that would be a fun topic to start off with this morning, being Friday, and Mandalorian we know is going to start October 30th, Friday. That's just 8 weeks, and I know Star Wars Theory has started doing a Mandalorian Season 1 rewatch starting today. And later today, they're going to do a Season 1, Episode 1 rewatch. And so on those lines, what memorable moments do you have from that first episode of Season 1? And I was thinking about this a little bit earlier. Of course, that Episode 1 had some of the Season 1 trailer content in it. The iconic one, at least for me, is when he was in the bar and lassos the dude and pulls him through the door and closes it, and it's it cinches the guy in half. That was fantastic. It kind of set the mood for the show, set the kind of character of the Mandalorian, and you get to know it kind of, it's going to take a Western kind of feel to it. It very much felt like a saloon, with the swinging doors, but in this case with that scissor door that shut down. So that I think set the tone for the movie, or for the series, as being space Western for sure. And we also saw in that same where he puts his catchphrase, right? I could bring you in warm, or I could bring you in cold, right? It was a fantastic line, and it's kind of there are so many catchphrases from that series. Of course, I have spoken, and this is the way. There's a lot of catchphrases from The Mandalorian Season 1, but from Episode 1, those are that saloon, I'll put it in those terms, that saloon scene in the beginning set the tone for the whole show, and it was executed so well, so well. set him up to be a space western gunslinger and bounty hunter. That just that episode is gold to me. And so with today being the season 1, episode 1 rewatch on Star Wars Theory, I thought, well, that'd be a nice discussion point to tie in with the Jeff Goldblum discussion. And where might he fit in? And as I mentioned, I think he'd be a good crime boss. So there's that. So other Star Wars discussion was the tweet that Grace Randolph put out early in the week, and regarding the Mandalorian, that there's big trouble going on, and she has since come out and added some follow up to that, a little bit of clarification to it, and said that it's a lot of it already happened, and that they've already course corrected, in that she wouldn't be surprised if about halfway through the season we didn't see a major shift in the episodes, and that would be indicative of what this big thing was. We know that they went back and did some reshoots, and that's normal. There's nothing there, and that's primarily been done. But they also did this reshoot of the trailer, where the rumor is that they added some more Ahsoka action scene in there, and that perhaps then that they went back to the season 1 and added those action scenes into one of the episodes, so that it's not like false advertising, but it's actually part of an episode. So that could be the case, and again, that's a kind of a minor thing, and it's exciting news. The I guess negative, if you want to put it that way, or the thing that everybody's upset about, is we still don't have a trailer. I am hoping that maybe we'll get it this evening with the Mulan release on the Premiere Access on Disney Plus. I know my family, we're going to rent it today, Mulan, and I would love if the season 2 trailer for Mando was a preview to Mulan the movie. Just like you were going to a movie and you get the previews at the beginning, wouldn't it be awesome if we got a Mandalorian season 2 trailer as a preview, just like you're going to the movies? That would be great. And then they could release that to the general public, or to the internet shortly after. So just give the Premiere Access folks, the people who are paying the $30 on Disney Plus to get early Premiere Access to Mulan, that extra little benefit of getting that trailer, like you would if you went to the theater. So that would be fun. Trinity, oh, good morning. Good morning, sir. How are you doing? Great to see you here this morning. So we're going to watch Mulan later this evening. My family is, and I'm going to cross my fingers that we get it. I'm not going to hold my breath because I'm not that expectant, but it would be great. Dale, good morning. The trailer is sleeping. We'll all be quiet. And I don't know if you guys are, if everybody here, I know most of you are on Discord, and you saw what Lavis Blackman put out there as the Mandalorian season 2 trailer. It was terrible joke. But we Lavis got involved with that, and we had fun, and so that's this community as a whole. We have a lot of fun, and if you're not part of the Discord group, look us up. If you're a Discord user, look us up. Join us there. It's a good time. One other thing I want to just touch base on is next week I'll be on vacation. So Mrs. Claus and I are going to take the camper, and we're going to go up to northern Ohio not too far from Pittsburgh, actually. So if Josh is in touch, we'll maybe catch up to him, and we'll we'll say hello. But in these days with COVID, they're probably not going to be able to do that. But anyway, just wanted to let you all know next week I won't be as active on YouTube or Discord. We're going to be on vacation in the camper and enjoying some time off. Need to recharge the batteries and kind of refocus. Had trouble in the last week or so really finding the motivation and the focus that I need, and looking forward to taking some time off. And last night, there's some exciting news coming. I can't share too much just yet, but there's some exciting news in the Santa Claus business coming, and here soon I'll be able to share some information on how you can have a Santa Claus visit with me as Santa Claus. And we're going to set up, I'm part of a group that was going to be doing online visits where you can have a personal live visit with Santa Claus at the North Pole. And we'll do that through a brand new service that's coming out for Santa Claus and for families to be able to set up meetings. If you've got children or you've got nieces, nephews, cousins who have children, and you would like to have a personal visit with Santa Claus and me, actually visit with me, we're going to have a way that you can get in contact and schedule a live visit with Santa Claus, me. So that'll be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic season from that perspective. Normally, I sit as Santa Claus in Columbus, Ohio, and Cabela's and IKEA and some other places around. There's some car dealership and other places that have me come in for like Christmas parties. But this year, with the way things are going, I'm not sure how all of that's going to play out. But we're exploring this new technology in a way that you can get in touch one-on-one. So that's Dale. Yes, I will absolutely let you know if I see that trailer. I will be bragging about it and telling all of you who are not renting Mulan that you need to go spend $30 to go watch it, or just wait. But I will have the privilege of seeing it first. But anyway, no, I look. My expectations are very low. I really don't think that it will be there. But wouldn't it be cool if it was? And wouldn't it be awesome? Wouldn't it be exciting? And I know that people are really waiting for it, and I've been waiting for it, and it'd be a neat way for Disney to capitalize on this Mulan rental. And if you're going to be paying an extra $30 for this premiere access, to make it even more like a movie-going experience, to put trailers in there for things that are coming up, and that'd be great. Landon, oh, good morning, Landon. Welcome. Great to have you here. So, yeah, Dale, not $30 to see a remake of a story. Yeah, but you know what, Dale? This is the one remake that I've been most looking forward to, because in this case, they're not just remaking the musical animated show that they did. They're going back to the original text, the story of Mulan that the animated musical was based off of. So this is not a musical, and it's not based off of the animated movie that Disney made. It's rather made back from the original story. So it would be like going back and redoing The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Of course, Hunchback has been done as a movie 2 or 3 times in history prior to Disney doing it as an animated movie and musical. And if they were to go back and do The Hunchback of Notre Dame as a movie, not as a musical, not as a remake of the animated show, but as the original story, that could still be a fantastic movie. And there's precedent for that because it exists in other iterations way prior to the animated movie. So that's the way I feel with Mulan. Here, these live action remakes of the Disney uh, musicals have been annoying to me from for the most part, because they follow the same plot and the same songs, the same characters that are in the animated musicals. And what's the point of doing a live action that's almost a shot by shot remake of the animated? So that's just not for me, right? Like one of the best is the one Aladdin. Aladdin is one of the better remakes. Lion King is maybe one of the worst remakes in my own opinion. And so I've been really looking forward to this Mulan, because I think, at least for me, I was excited to see the story done differently, not as a musical remake of the animated show. So I'm really excited to watch that this evening with my family, and that should be a lot of fun. And the paying the $30 for me. We just have a family of three here now. The oldest daughter and her boyfriend live in the north end of Columbus, Ohio, and we live out in the rural countryside. And our oldest daughter and her boyfriend aren't going to be able to come up and watch it with us, but they're going to watch it from their own home in Columbus, and we're going to watch it here. But for three of us to go to the movies together, well, that would be by the time we get tickets and popcorn, refreshments, we'd be well over $30, far over $30, and to be able to watch that at home, I think has a high return. And I'm also very anxious to see how well it'll do at the box office as far as overseas, where it's actually being released in theaters. So in Asia, from what I understand, China, Korea, Japan, it will be released in theaters. And of course, with Mulan originating in China, the story originating in China, from all of the reviews that I've seen, I saw a couple yesterday, and I made myself watch Grace Randolph's review. Look, I am not a fan of Grace Randolph. Her voice is nails on a chalkboard for me. She's not my flavor. Josh, the Den of Nerds, he simps over her dad. We have a lot of fun at Josh's expense, but my goodness, guys, he loves Grace, and that's fine. But Sin is not a fan of Grace Randolph. But I watched her review of Mulan movie. She's one of a handful of YouTube content creators that released reviews yesterday. The other was Perry Nimrod she used to be with Collider, and now she has her own channel. And Perry did a review as well. And I love Perry. She does a great job of movie reviews. And between Grace and Perry, they both just raved over this movie. So I would be really, really excited to see it do well in the theaters, in box office, and see what it does in video on demand purchases. And this could really change the movie industry, especially as we're going through this pandemic and coming out of it on the other side. So Mike Porter, good morning, sir. I know you went for a checkup earlier this week. I didn't hear how things went. Hope all's well, and you're continuing on a good path. That would be great. And I don't know how many of you have followed. My brother was in ICU for over a week with COVID symptoms. He had contracted pneumonia in both lungs. He was released from the hospital the other day, 2 days ago, and he's recovering at home. He's still very weak and still recovering, but he's at home. He's no longer in ICU, and that's fantastic news. So, Mike, it's good to see you. Hopefully things are going well for you as you continue after that heart procedure you had done some time ago. So, yeah, not a fan of Grace. Yeah, there are many of us that are not a big fan of hers. And with as far as her tweet about the Mandalorian, uh, she's kind of insulated herself well enough that nobody's going to really be able to pin her down on this one to be able to say she was right or wrong. Because she can always say, well, they did it this way or that way, and they covered it over. She already put a tweet about them papering over it, and we'll see how that goes with Grace. So that's that. So I'm on vacation next week. Won't be around much. I wanted to also just share a little bit more with you guys. I get an opportunity just to share a little bit more about myself, who I am, so you guys get an idea who I am as a person outside of being Santa Claus. I love being Santa Claus. It's a fantastic opportunity to be with kids and share just a little excitement and joy during the holidays. And I'm really excited about this online visit thing that's coming up. But I shared yesterday some of my life. I want to share a little bit more today because I've noticed I'm starting to get some followers from other demographics. And as people start to come in, I just want to give you some understanding of who I am and how how I got to where I am, and how I view things. And one of them is when I got out of high school, I had a full tuition scholarship in music to go to college. I was a trombone player and got a scholarship to play trombone in college. And my roommate has since come out of the closet. When I was living with him down in Cumberland, Kentucky, we were roommates there, and he had a girlfriend. I had a girlfriend, and later got engaged and married. But we stayed together. Well, he since has come out as being homosexual, and he's had a couple of longer term relationships, and so that was I came from a very rural, homogenous kind of area, and he was my first real experience with somebody who was openly homosexual. And then and he's my roommate. We're friends to this day. We still have contact. And being a musician and being in the arts, there are more people of different sexual orientation preferences that out there as part of that community. It's a far more open community as far as that goes. But in the mid '80s, late '80s, early '90s, I joined the U.S. Army. I was in the U.S. Army band, and we had another in the U.S. Army in the late '80s, early '90s. It was prior to the "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" policies, and homosexuality was not something permitted in the military. And but being part of the U.S. Army band, there were some folks that I served with who we either knew they were homosexual, but nobody asked. It was sort of a "don't ask, don't tell" before there was a "don't ask, don't tell." But there was some of that. There were some people who we knew, absolutely knew they were homosexual. And one guy, and I won't share his name. One guy that I served with, his partner, and he had a flower shop in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we learned that he contracted AIDS. And this was when the AIDS first came out, and a lot was not known about it. And they took him and whisked him out of there very quickly, and we never saw him again. I don't know what came of it. I don't know, from a treatment perspective, how all of that went. But that was my first personal contact with somebody who contracted AIDS, and it was somebody that I was serving in the U.S. Army with. And subsequently, I learned that another one of my Army band members was homosexual, and he when my mother passed, I saw that over the years his mother died from cancer, and the way that he remembered his mother, the way that he dealt with the grief that he went through, and and then honored her afterwards was something I really admired. And when my mother suddenly passed, he's the one that I reached out to first, outside of my family, just to get a little counseling to talk about how do you deal with the loss of your mother. And he lives in Florida now. He's openly gay now, and that's these are the experiences that I've had with people of, and I mentioned yesterday, people of color. Today, I wanted to bring up the LGBTQ community. My daughter's best friend in high school, my oldest daughter's best friend in high school, is now with a trans partner, and these are people in my life. I've shared before that I'm in my personally, I'm conservative. I'm a registered Republican. I've worked for the Republican Party and college Republicans. I consider myself to be a conservative Christian, a Bible believing person of faith. My faith is very, very important to me, and I have very strong views as far as biblical principles on homosexuality, marriage, and the like. But I also have very close friends, people in my life, people that I admire, who are in that LGBTQ plus community. And for me, my own personal beliefs on it, for me, I'm also an alcohol teetotaler. I've never drank alcohol personally. Uh, it's but due to my beliefs and my faith. It's something that I hold as a commitment between me and God, and something that I've done. But I understand that drinking alcohol is not a sin, right? It's not prohibited in the Bible, and I don't judge people for drinking. It's just not for me. So some of my own personal beliefs, I don't want to then impose them on others. They're beliefs that shape who I am as a person and what I do in my life. And the LGBTQ plus community has gone through a lot of turmoil, and they go through a lot of harassment, and they get treated poorly by some people in my own community, right? Conservative, Republican, Christian will treat people in that community very poorly, and it's not something that I want to necessarily associate with directly. But I share that just because my community here, both in Twitter and in YouTube, includes some people who identify in those communities. And so this is a welcoming place, a place where I hope that we can just enjoy talking about Star Wars together, and you get to know me as a person, you get to know what my character is and where my heart is. And as Santa Claus, I want to share joy and love with people and bring some happiness to people's lives. And I get to do that in a fantastic way, where people's imaginations and fantasies kind of grow, and they're able to share with Santa Claus what they want for the holidays, for Christmas. And even people who don't believe in Santa Claus, who don't participate in celebrating Christmas, will still get a smile on their face and come and talk to me as Santa Claus, and we'll take pictures together and things like that. So I just want to make the world a little bit better place. And I talked yesterday about being better people, and I hope that through this community and through our discussions together and just sharing what we love about Star Wars and speculation, that we're able to enjoy the company of one another, regardless whatever our personal beliefs are, and that we'll just enjoy spending time together. So that's it. Let's see, Mike. What do you say? Grace said if you want to see Mulan, you have to buy it on desktop. I bought it on iPhone with 2 clicks. The movie's mine on the phone. Bad Grace. Yeah, bad Grace. Yeah, I saw her say that too. And so I was trying to log in last night on my phone and I couldn't get it. And I thought, well, maybe she's right. But I see what you're saying. The other thing is, I thought, well, maybe it's not available yet because it was still Thursday, and so I thought, well, I'll check again today. So, Mike, you said you bought it on an iPhone. I have an Android. I'll bet you. Well, here, let's check it out. We can do this together. We've got a couple minutes here. I'll log in to. I'll log into Disney Plus, and let's see if I can. Let's see if I can buy this on my phone. Let's see. Here we go. Disney Plus. Logging in. Let's see. Mulan. Get Premier Access. Look at that. Click. Get Premier Access. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Get Premier Access. $29.99. Tap. One tap. Put my thumbprint. Processing. Processing. I just earned 120 Google Play points. Look at that. Santa owns Mulan too, right on my phone, Dale. Look at that. Great. Or Mike. Mike, yeah. I'm absolutely, yeah, Grace bad. So there we go. We add that to the category of things that Grace was wrong about. She made us watch an NBA worthless basketball game. I won't ever do that again. Trying to catch the season 2 trailer for the Mandalorian, and she told me I couldn't buy Mulan through the app. I had to do it on a desktop. And wrong again, Grace. And we'll see, like I said before, about the Mandalorian, the speculation that she had on, or that tweet about it being a bad, there being a big problem. And we'll see if that ever comes to fruition. So we're right at the end of the stream here. I'll go back and just bring this up again for those who came in late. We have Jeff Goldblum, who's stated he's interested in being in Star Wars. The World According to Jeff Goldblum on Disney Plus is a great series. If you haven't seen it, it's a lot of fun to watch. I can only take Jeff in small doses, so I couldn't binge watch the whole season, but you can watch an episode or two here. There are a lot of fun. You get to see what a complete nutball Jeff Goldblum is. He's a weird dude. And Trinity, Jeff Goldblum would fit right into your weirdos, right? So you have your coffee, comics, and weirdos. Jeff Goldblum, guess what category he goes in? He is a weirdo for sure. But so there's that, and then we've got some speculation here. Cinema Blend. This article talks about, he was interviewed about the Mandalorian. This quote that he had to say about it. He loves working with Taika Waititi. He loves the Mandalorian. He's a fan of it, and he would do anything with Taika. And Disney Plus are just a great bunch. So he seems open to it. And he also said, we've talked about doing something else that has to be secret. So might it be, as this article says, could he be joining the Star Wars universe for the Mandalorian? Or, as MovieWeb has said, is Jeff Goldblum joining Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie? And could this, and again, I was picking at Josh this morning because it's so much fun to pick at Josh at the Den of Nerds. Could this be our first Marvel Star Wars crossover? And the guy from Thor Ragnarok show up is a crime lord or a syndicate kind of lord in Star Wars. Funny, but no, in honest, could he actually show up as a crime boss or something like that in the Star Wars universe? And that might be a lot of fun. So there's that. Goldblum's the man, but a weirdo. Not Ezra level weirdo, but who is right? Yeah. Yeah, he's not Ezra Miller level weirdo, but he's his own flavor of weirdo. I can tell you that for sure. And the world, according to Jeff Goldblum, is hilarious. It's a great show. So and it's Emmy nominated on Disney Plus, along with the Mandalorian's Emmy nominated. So there's that as well. Star Wars is the most secret thing I've ever known besides the government. You're not wrong there, Dale. You know, and I mentioned it yesterday. Lucasfilm has a secrecy issue, right? They want everything to be secret, 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 secret. You can't get anything out of them. And this whole Star Wars, the Mandalorian trailer release date, the Mandalorian season 2 release date, all of that is held so tightly within Lucasfilm. Not you know, until they announced it, we didn't know anything. And with this trailer, they've not told us when to expect it. There's all speculation about it. Like, well, maybe they'll release it during an NBA basketball game. Wrong, Grace. Maybe they'll release it during a Monday Night Football game. We'll see. Maybe she might get another strike there. But because I saw her say that she thought it might be during the Monday Night Football game. And again, that's just speculation because Lucasfilm has this history of releasing these trailers with those kind of events. So, you know, we'll find out. We will find out. So that's the fun. Let me go get Adam's stream because today we're kind of done and we can get over for the pre-countdown for the countdown for Adam this morning. Let's see. The boys watch party. Let's see. Yes, you have time to get over to Adam's stream for the pre-countdown countdown. So for all of us that are here, here you go. Here's the link to Adam's stream. You got 3 minutes to get over to Adam's stream to get your the pre-countdown credit. And I'm going to just put my comment on Adam's stream there. It's a lot of fun to give him a hard time about that. And Adam, if you're here by any chance, we're sending people over to come visit this morning to see what you have to say. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Remember, I won't be around much next week. We're going to be on vacation, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. We're going to watch Mulan a little bit later, and I'll post about it on Discord. And I hope you have a great weekend, a great week, and we'll catch you all. Yes. Pre-countdown over at Adam's stream on Fanjecture. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Bye-bye.